So today is March 15th, 2020. I'll be doing a read on the coronavirus with my sister Crystal. I'm Simone. I'll be asking Crystal all the questions and then she'll be answering it because she has a gift, psychic abilities.
I go by Mother God. It's like I'm I'm playing you guys.
As soon as I hit record, I'm so formal. Okay. Ready?
Mhm.
So my first question is, um, like, how do you see this playing out? Do you still see it getting really bad, or are we getting out of this now? Because I feel like what we were saying before, I feel numb, where I feel like it's not real, like it's just gonna pass over.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm laughing,
Mm-hmm.
but it's literally like we right now. Okay, let me just give you an example. It's like seeing a mad person on the street with a bunch of normal people. That's not normal to be talking and giggling to yourself,
Yeah.
and you don't know, like, hey, stuff is going on in the world. That's us to this virus, giggling and kikiing.
Oh, but
like we don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, hey, wake up. Well, we can't even wake up because we're so like oblivious.
True.
Wow, and it's still mind-boggling to me to say that.
So you see it getting
that it's bad.
Okay, you see it getting bad.
bad.
It's getting worse, or are we getting over it?
It is worse. We are. Let me just tell you this. This is the worst, but we cannot feel it because they're not showing us and pumping out the information. But this is really, 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 really bad. They have a lot of cases coming in, but we don't know.
Wow.
This is the bad.
Wow. So to back up, Crystal and I did a read. I think it was 5 days ago. It was 2 days before President. It was a day, 2 days before President Trump did his first speech about how bad the coronavirus was, and everyone rushed to the store. And so when she did it that night, the next day we woke up and we went to Costco's to go buy a lot of stuff. And when we were in Costco's, there was no line and we were the only one that was stacked up with two carts. Everyone was just buying their regular milk and egg.
And looking at us like fanatics.
Yeah, exactly. And so the next day after that, we're supposed to go back to Costco's to pack up on lots more stuff. But I just didn't feel like going, and no one was talking about it. So I thought, well, okay, maybe we're just being too careful, but the read said no, things are going to change. It could change as quickly as like tomorrow. And it's so funny because that day, the next day that we didn't go, Trump did his speech that night. And I was so mad at myself because he didn't do the speech until the night, and I wanted to go back to Costco's that day. But I was like, no, we're good. Like, people aren't worried about it. No one's saying nothing. The president's not going to talk. So we have another couple of days to do it before the shit hits the storm. But that same night, President Trump talked. And when we went back to Costco's that next day, we could not find parking. It took us like 20 minutes to find parking. Then when we went in, the lines were so long where people were waiting hours in the line. So yeah, so that's where we're at. So we did that. We did our read, just out of.
And I want to cut you off here too, because what they're giving me too, it's like, yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
But we do know from the read. But they're saying this too. It's like, take advantage of the leisure time you have, meaning where you could go outside and do whatever, go to the store or whatever. Take advantage of that. Even walking the dog to that park that me and our brother did.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be cracking down. I know it sounds hard to believe.
That's hard for me to believe, Crystal.
It sounds very hard to believe because it's not wartime.
No.
It is wartime, but it's a virus. That's the enemy, the virus.
It's crazy.
Like virus thing, the COVID-19. That's the enemy. So if it was a person and if it was a country,
we would be
the citizens cannot walk and roam. And that's what they're gonna do to us. You cannot walk and roam. It's like being, I don't want to be like rude or anything, but it's like being a Jew in the Holocaust time and World War I, World War II times.
Wow.
And you have to have your papers. Why are you out? Why are you driving here? You have to have a purpose to be out there. If you have dogs, they're going to tell you walk it in the designated part of your building.
Wow. So, okay, what I want to know, they activated the National Guard. Do you see them also? Because I feel like the National Guard, they're going to be overwhelmed. Do you see them also activate in other sectors of the military, let's say the Air Force, Army, Marines? Or is it, as of now, or maybe continuing on, is it just the National
Yes,
Guard?
when people want answers and when people are becoming defiant because they have to stay in the house for a long time and they run out of their food and
Mm-hmm.
supplies and they come out. It's giving me an example of
Wait,
what,
I didn't hear what you said. Are they going to activate them, or I didn't hear the
yeah,
beginning part? Yes?
yes, they are going to activate them. That's when people are getting defiant and want to come out because their
Okay.
supplies are low.
Wow. So it's going to be all hands on deck, basically.
Yeah, basically like that. It's like, hold on, calm down. And it's like, why are you guys bringing out all these type of military things if it's not as bad
Bad
as
as
you
you're
say?
saying. Yeah. Wow.
Why can't I go to the store and get the fucking food that I need to replenish on? That type of thing.
So what do you see them doing for people that okay, so I feel like for a time they're gonna allow people to go to the grocery store. Like they may shut down other businesses like what they're doing now, but leave the
Hmm.
groceries and stuff open, which that sounds
Yeah,
legit.
they're gonna. They want people in the house, and
Mhm.
that means people can't work. So they're using the money that they previously had,
That they
and
saved up.
they're saying the government. I'm saying they, as in
Mhm.
the government or whatever. The government people are saying we will help you guys financially if you need money, but the process is quite long, and it doesn't give you aren't able to buy the bare minimum that you need. So that's a problem in itself too. And my savings or whatever money that I had
Mhm.
previously is dwindling, and people are going to start asking, why can I not work if it's not as bad as you say?
Yeah. No, but as far as like food goes, it's
Yes, that's going to be a problem too.
you're buying that with the savings that you have, right? It's
Have
whatever you have.
basically,
And
yeah.
then do you see a point where they're going to tell people, okay, you can't come out to the store now? Like you need to stay in the house? Or is that always going to be
Yes, but
open?
it won't be advertised on the TV.
Hmm.
It would be like you go to your local giant in your area and they said, we're closed. We don't have any more food or whatever.
Yeah.
We have to replenish. And
Wow.
so you would just think, oh, it's just my neighborhood.
Yeah.
But they're doing that for everyone.
So what are they going to do to combat that? Are they coming around to everyone's house and giving them free food? Is that
No,
what they're
they're
doing?
not. They're
Wow.
not. And this is why people are getting out and angry.
Yeah. So you see
Tell us the
people
truth.
do you see people like going hungry if they're not fully prepared?
Yeah.
Or as far as
But
starving to
I
death?
don't want to say it like that. But hold on. Yeah.
But you don't see it getting as bad as like mass people starving to death. Do you?
Not like that. Let me
Okay.
tell you this, and it comes with a cultural thing.
Mhm.
I don't want to be racist or anything since I'm being recorded, but blacks will wait till they have the last corn tin to come out and say, "Hey, I don't have no more food."
Yeah.
They literally mean it. Whites, it's a cultural thing,
Yeah.
will say, "Hey, I only have a month worth of food," and
Mhm.
they're doing their riot or their little march.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people will be out of food
And what are they
because
going to
they're waiting
do?
till the last minute, and there's nothing you could do about it.
Wow, that's sad. I'm sad for that actually. So, what's your advice for people when it comes to food right here right now, March 15th? What do you have to
And
say to them?
honestly, I thought we needed meat in the freezer and stuff. No, you need your canned stuff, your water, your rice, maybe, but that takes up water, so I don't even see you really cooking with the rice. You're gonna start deciding what you need to cook with. You need your crackers, your sardines, your tuna.
But what are you saying? Why would they? Okay, I get needing that in general, like the canned
Because
foods.
they're gonna start saying it might be in the water. They're going to start saying maybe to certain cities
Mm-hmm.
or areas, hey, there's this amount, there's 100 plus of you guys in your area have COVID-19, and you guys are sharing one water system.
Okay.
We're going to have to cut it off, and we're going to have to clean it.
So as far as like the cooking though, like if they have meat, you said don't really pack up on the meat. Is it because of
Exactly, because you have to wash the meat, you have to cook with the meat, like
okay.
rice, and they're cutting off the water. They're going to cut the water
Oh,
off.
okay. It's not necessarily that they're gonna cut like the gas or stuff like that off.
No,
It's water.
no.
Okay, the water.
Yeah, so just try to buy a bottle of water, like literally, and
Mhm.
then also your medical stuff. Like if you could get rubbing alcohol, get that.
Okay.
Um, just cleaned, clean, sterile things because they don't want people to flood the hospital. They're gonna. It's like what they're saying in the news.
Mhm.
They're gonna say, "Hey, you're gonna have to figure out this on your own."
Yeah.
People are gonna be throwing up diarrhea, all type of stuff, like really bad.
Mhm.
Stomach ache, all type of things. So you're gonna have to do your little home remedy.
Wow. And
And usually, and honestly, I don't see the hospital really doing anything for you because it's just you're better off basically at home because your family could take care of you better.
okay, you're kind of breaking up a little bit. So I would say
Uh, you're better off at home because your family could take care of you better
no, I hear
instead of
you.
the
I hear you.
hospital
It's
because
just
they don't
really
know.
it's just really grainy. I don't know if you did something different.
You know,
Um,
I did no movement.
it's grainy. How long do you see this lasting for? I don't know if they have a timeline for you if they're saying anything.
Mm. Well, I don't want to do the time thing. I'm gonna just tell you what I just felt. I'm doing one, meaning 1 month,
Yeah.
and my breathing is shortening. I'm doing 2 months, and it's like I can't breathe.
Mhm.
3 month, I cannot breathe. 6 month, I cannot breathe.
But what does you cannot breathe?
Meaning,
What
it feels like there. It feels like you're losing oxygen in your airway. It feels like, oh my God, do we not have oxygen anymore on this planet?
mhm.
For a majority of people. I don't see it ending, not even in a year. Like, I don't even know if they'll tell us this, but
Yeah.
I feel like people will know. Like, not, 6 months is still at its
It's
peak.
still there. Okay, cuz you
It's
could
still at
feel
the peak.
it's interesting that you pick up the breathing stuff because that's how it's hitting people with the respiratory stuff. You know why I asked you like how long you thought it would be or like that the spirits or
Mm-hmm.
whomever are saying? It's because I've watched other like psychic videos and a lot of them that I've watched said that they feel like it's going to dwindle down come September. And we're in March right now. March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So that's around the 6 months mark.
And that should still feel hot to
You
me.
still feel hot? Okay.
And like the 3 month is when you start feeling and noticing the effect.
Mhm.
4, 5, 6 months, it's already there.
Yeah, you're
It's
like
still as hot
bothering.
and heightened.
Wow.
When 3 month hit, that's when you're gonna realize something is off in the
Wow.
world.
It's crazy
Honestly, you're
because
gonna literally feel it. But honestly, some people are feeling it in the 1 month mark. I
mhm.
have felt it throughout the whole mark.
Yeah.
But 3 month is when a lot of people's gonna start
Because I was saying
noticing.
that I've never been in a situation ever in my life where they've
And
closed
we
down
need to learn how
schools,
to.
where they've closed down
No.
work. Like we've went through Ebola, which we thought was going to be bad, but it's nothing like this. And I still have to go to work every single day during Ebola. But
Hmm.
this, you're closing down school from
And
every
I feel
level.
like sometimes maybe even the computer will. I hate to say it because it seems very apocalyptic
Mhm.
type of shit, but like the internet ain't gonna be working as great. So I feel like we need to start maybe get a book or read something how to do breath.
Like meditation stuff.
not even meditation per se, but just how to maximize your breath,
You're breathing.
your breathing. Sorry.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
no, that's fine. What about? Do you recommend people get maybe radios with battery operated radio? Or are they going to be communicating with us through the radios, like our government,
Yeah.
public? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're gonna say, "Oh, just turn on your radio,"
Mhm.
because we're having a lot of issues with online internet type of stuff, or turn on the TV.
Yeah. Do you see Trump? Do you see that Trump has it, or that he's gonna get it?
Yeah, he does.
He does have it. You see that? I feel like he
Yeah,
does.
he does.
Then why would they?
Including Ivanka.
Oh wow, I haven't seen her in a while. So why did they say that his test is negative and he's fine? Is it just playing it
Because
down?
they do not, it's a propaganda,
Mhm.
and they do not, it's for the world.
Yeah.
The world is watching, and American don't have weak leaders.
Yeah.
They don't want no one to come in and
I get that.
attack.
So what are they gonna do when he needs to do his publicity and there's lots of media in the room? He's gonna infect them too, or he's
They
gonna be
won't do media anymore.
okay.
That's why they might even go to radio. They might
Okay.
even say, "Hey, we have uh, um, a flyer coming out." They might even do flyers
Yeah.
in your city. Go to the little spot that we set up, like a military thing that we set up for y'all, and
Yeah.
go get your little flyer.
And do you see him coming through it, or is it
It's so
deadly for
weird
him?
because I'm like, this is so olden days type of
Mhm.
shit. um, sorry.
Do you see him coming out of it? Is he going to die? I don't really
No,
care
when
really,
he's
but
gonna
I
come
mean,
out?
just for people that may be listening, if they're curious about
No, I
something like,
think he's gonna come out. There's
yeah,
gonna be a sunnier day, yeah.
okay, I
And
figured
then
that.
yeah, it's just everyone's gonna learn. Hey, certain things. It's gonna be a sunny day, yeah. But certain things you shouldn't really wish for. I
What do
think
you?
that's him. Like his lessons. Like don't say something is so easy if you didn't have to go through it.
Oh, you mean like the getting the
I think he's
virus?
having his karma and stuff. Even like, oh, I could do that presidency.
Mhm.
It's not as easy as you think it is.
Yeah, exactly.
That type of thing.
Um,
And just yeah, everyone's gonna come out differently. You're gonna just. I feel like everyone's gonna really know what's really important on Earth, or like just for them personally.
yeah,
And I don't see it being money so much. Obviously, we're gonna still have to work and do that, but
yeah, that's always gonna
everyone's
be there.
goals are gonna shift.
That's good. Um,
Yeah.
do you see this being as bad as the flu? Because I guess the documentary we were watching yesterday, what did they say? The flu killed off, was it 50 million people? I don't remember how many million.
Something like that. 150.
Do you see it being as bad number wise of death as the flu? Because I can't imagine that. Like, how is it the same as the flu?
Yeah, it's already up there. Yep, it's already up there. It's already up there, even from one country. It's already up there,
You mean
but
in the
you will
numbers
not
of death?
hear about it.
The numbers of
Yeah,
death?
the
Okay.
death. It's already there, but you
Well,
will not hear
you mean
about
at
it.
50 million people? Or
Yeah,
it's
it's
getting there?
there,
Wow.
but you're not hearing about it.
That's crazy because I'm
This
like,
is what
it
I'm
makes
so
me.
confused. Is because I'm like, that's a big number, but shouldn't I be seeing people dropping like flies right next to me?
Uh-huh.
But you're not.
I can't imagine that. And it's funny because people will, if I decide to post this, I'm not sure if I'll post this, but if I do, people will probably think that just seems like a drastic number. So I don't know if I believe her read per se. They're saying right
I don't
now,
know if you believe it or not.
that's true. They're saying right now, March 15th, that the numbers are in the
It's
millions.
already there. You think it's 6, 20, 40, 50? They're saying 100,
Hmm.
200, 300? No. You'll put zeros on that. The fucking thousands.
Oh, you mean what they're saying in the media right
Yeah.
now? Oh, okay. I was like, who's saying
Yeah.
that? You mean 50 million? Okay. You're saying that the media is saying, hey, there's been 3,000 deaths, but think 300,000 or even more.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
they're just saying hundreds. They
Mhm.
put thousands on that.
Yeah.
They're saying 300? No. It's a 30, It's 300,000.
Mhm. That's
Yeah.
hard for me to grasp, even with
And
you.
it's hard for me to grasp because it's such a big number, and
Yeah,
you would expect to see that number right at your front door.
yeah.
But no, they're semi rounding. It's weird. It's like, I don't like to describe it as Holocaust thing, but they are rounding up people
Mhm.
too who have it, and just like putting them in that tank part.
When you say they, be specific, just because I don't want people to be like, "Who's
Government,
doing that?"
government,
Is it
government.